Yeah, this that entrepreneurial conversation where ideas flip the hustle into elevation. No filters, no cap, just lessons in motion. Pull up, lock in, this entrepreneurial conversation. Yeah.
Rising, grand rising to all my investors self out there, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of that entrepreneur conversation. Hopefully y'all watched the first two episodes, very good episode. But today topic we're gonna be talking about is have you prepared your environment? That's have you prepared your environment. Basically, this is for people thinking about entering the field of entrepreneurship. First, you have to prepare your environment for your entrepreneurial journey, because this is a pivotal point, especially when you start from ground zero as an entrepreneur. You definitely want to make sure you build a strong foundation before you go on that journey, so you can have a greater chance of being successful at being an entrepreneur. But other than that, guys, you know what it is, man. Make sure you subscribe to the Entrepreneur Conversation. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit on the notification bell so you can be notified when a new episode drop, and also smash on that. Matter of fact, invest in hitting that like button, man. It's free to invest. Hit on the like button for me, guys. Thank you for doing that. And also go and subscribe to the Invest Media channel, because everything eventually is going to be moved over there. But for the time being, I'm still going to be dropping Entrepreneur Conversation on this channel. So I definitely will give y'all a heads up. We'll let y'all know when it's going to be the last show that I'm going to be dropping on the Entrepreneur Conversation YouTube channel and what have you, guys. And make sure you make your way over to investbrand.com. That's investbrand.com. Go ahead, man. Make your way over there. Get there early. Get on our emailing list. And you also get a chance to spin the wheel, and whatever discount that it give you, you will be able to use that on your entire order once we launch the official site and we have product up for you to be able to buy. You definitely will be able to use that discount that you will receive once you sign up on our emailing list. So definitely you can use that on your entire order, guys. Very, very, very important to know that. But I don't want to hold y'all too long. I don't want to be too long. But other than that, guys, we're going to jump into the topic for today. Like I said, today topic, we're going to be talking about have you prepare your environment, because it's very important to understand, man. This is something that you need to do. It's like you going start your health journey. You have to detox your body of all the bad stuff, the bad eating, the snacking, late night eating, or if you drink, smoke, whatever you do, you know, you have to get rid of your the things that you did to cause bad health or cause you to not be more health conscious and what have you. So before you start that journey, you know, you have to prepare your environment so you can be more successful at, you know, whatever you're trying to achieve when you're on your health journey. You know, you might, you know, sometimes you might go buy, you know, some weights. You might look up some exercise routines, or you go look up what kind of diet was going to work best for you, healthy eating, what have you. So you definitely got to prepare your environment for anything that you looking to make a change and better yourself. So this is what it is, guys. You know, especially you start, like I said, you start the show. You're an entrepreneur, not an entrepreneur, but you're looking to get into entrepreneurship, right? So you have to prepare your environment and get yourself together before you go on that entrepreneur journey, because you don't want to go on an entrepreneur journey and you haven't prepared your environment. You haven't set that solid foundation that's going to help you on your journey, because all you're going to do is just basically waste your own time, because you're not going to be ready. You know, it's going to be more likely that you're going to end up failing, or you end up going to be doing the wrong things that's going to cause a setback and what have you. So you want to try to avoid as much setbacks as possible. So, you know, preparing your environment, you know, something that you can do to prepare your environment. And, you know, first is you can clean and reset your physical space. And that's very important. Like they said before, if you, I don't know if you recognize it or if you ever heard, you know, a clean house, basically, you know, if you keep your house clean, you keep your house together, that's going to motivate you more to be productive. That's going to motivate you more to get things done. That's going to motivate you more to work on things that you want to get done and what have you, versus you have a house that's cluttered. Because at the same time, your house speaks to you what state of mind you in, matters fact, what you are state of emotions that you in right now. If you are depressed, sad, you down, discouraged, what have you, most of the time your house gonna represent that. You might have a house full of clutter, house that may be not nasty, not dirty, but cluttered, and you looking around like, man, I got to get it together. You're going to be less productive, because when you look around, it's going to make you even feel more bad at how your house look, right? Versus you keeping your house clean, your house smelling good. That's going to make you more productive. That's going to motivate you. So you're not going to have anything that's distracting you, because you're going to be able to focus because your house is together, right? So you want to clean and reset your physical space. You want to declutter your home and workspace, remove any distraction, TV, from your one of your rooms that you're going to turn into your office. Any gaming setup that you have, right? You want to create a dedicated work area for yourself. It don't matter if it be a room that you took everything out of to make your office. It could be a corner of your house that you're going to make into your office and what have you. Whatever it is, make sure you got all the distractions away from it whatsoever. So, you want to do things. This right here, when you clean and reset your physical space, this is going to help you keep everything organized, right? It's going to even help you focus even much better to be able to get started on working on your ideas, doing what you need to do, so you can be successful at starting to begin your journey as an entrepreneur, so you can help you be more successful and what have you, right? Or, another thing is, you might want to upgrade your desk. You might already have something, but you want to upgrade it, your chair, your lighting, whatever's going to help you get going, to help you get your physical space that you're going to use for your area, your workspace. Make sure you get that taken care of, because at the end of the day, chaos around you creates chaos in your thinking. And that's very, very true, right? Like I said before, if you have a lot of chaos around your house, meaning your clutter house, things everywhere, clothes everywhere, that's going to have your brain going crazy, because how can you focus on working on your idea, getting things done, when you are sidetracked or you are distracted by the way your house is looking and whatsoever, right? And another thing you want to do, you want to out of your mental environment, right? That's basically, limit any negative self-talk. A lot of times we talk ourselves out of things because we discourage ourselves, we doubt ourselves, right? So it's very important for you to limit. You definitely want to limit the negative self-talk. That's why it's important for you to do words of affirmation. First thing you wake up in the morning, give yourself some words of affirmation so it can help you get going, right? You can keep a daily journal, journal things that's going to help you with your thought process, your strategy, because sometimes some people, it works better and help them when they write things out and they can visually see it. And it helps them stay on track, help them keep them disciplined. So those are the things that you might want to do, to help you journal. You have a lot of people that journal because that's a way to get things out, steady holding things in. They can journal. And like I said, it's sometimes when it comes to people, it's a lot more easier on them if they can see it and visualize it and whatsoever. Replace entertainment strolling with learning. And we all guilty at that. I'm guilty at that. Sometimes I get in a mood where I'm just scrolling sometimes and looking for entertainment and what have you, right? And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but you want to limit it, right? Especially if this is you trying to start off on the right track. This is the time where you might want to limit the entertainment, definitely to a T, so you can process and learn, find things you can learn far as being an entrepreneur one-on-one, that's going to help you, because that's very important. More you put into yourself, more successful that you can be as an entrepreneur, more learning that you obtain at being an entrepreneur, building a business, right? How to create a successful idea and what have you, things that's going to help you in your thought process, help you when you're thinking, that's going to help you is very, very important, right? Another thing that falls within this out in your mental environment is read books that's going to stretch your thinking, and that's very important. You don't want to just read the basic book. You want to read something that's going to get your thinking cap, get you working, get you thinking, that's going to challenge you. So that's things that's going to help you, right? You definitely got to challenge yourself. You never challenge yourself, right? You're not going to know how far you can go. You're not going to even know that you have this type of strength to be able to think like this if you don't challenge yourself, right? Visualize your goals consistently. Like I said, you can write your goals down. You can write them down on a piece of paper, whatever you write them down at. If visualizing your goals, right, and seeing them within your thought process and writing them down at the same time, if that's going to help you stay disciplined, going to help you continue to move forward, do what works best for you. Visualize your goals constantly is consistently is very important, because it's going to keep you motivated. It's going to keep you going. It's going to empower you to want to see this goal be achieved by yourself and what have you, because more goals you achieve, more goals you want to achieve. It's going to make you more hungrier, right? Like I said before in many shows, you can break your goals down in small pieces and achieve them like that, and eventually it will be turned into the whole goal that you have created, right? So whatever is going to work best for you, make sure you're doing it that's going to help you rather than hinder you, right? So the thing about this is your mindset is part of your community. It starts right here. In order for you, for anything, you have to change your mindset first. You cannot operate as an entrepreneur or begin to be an entrepreneur if you still operating in the old mindset. No, you have to change your mindset as that of an entrepreneur, right? Because it's very important, right? Another thing is you want to adjust your social circle, right? Spend less time with dream killers. You know, we all have people around us that's always negative, that really doesn't support anything that you want to do, right? People that don't empower you, don't build you up, don't motivate you, don't anything, you know. Spend less time around dream killers. Seek mentors online or in person. That's very important. You know, if you can find a mentor that can help you out, that can save you a whole lot of time, because 9 out of 10 times a mentor already been through the journey. They know the bumps in the roads. They know things that they can tell you things to avoid you from the bumps in the roads, the pitfalls, the setbacks. Not saying some of them things may occur, but you would know how to work around them. You would know how to go through them. You would know how to deal with them. So a mentor is going to help you. It's going to help you set your foundation, going to help you build your foundation, going to help you with your idea, going to keep you on the right track. So if you can find a mentor online, somebody you can get with, or you can find a group of people who's on the same path as you, the same mindset as you, that also can help you, right? Very, very important. Network intensely. So you definitely want to do that. You know, networking is one of the key things. You want to get online, find social media groups that surrounds the field of entrepreneurship, right? You want to tap into some of them groups, join them groups, or pay a membership, that a reasonable membership, not a membership that's going to cost you an arm and a leg, and it really is not teach you anything, it's not showing you anything, it's not really help you in any type of way. But you want to network. You know, more you network, you can find more people you can reach out to when you need help, or you may need a collaboration, anything that's going to help you. You know, you can network in different ways, right? Distract yourself from gossip and distraction. So that's like basically staying off of social media, because that's all it is on social media that you may see, because you know, if you click on certain things, that's going to be stuck within your algorithm. So sometimes you have to reset your algorithm, so you won't get all that content on your timeline that's full of gossip, lies, clickbait. That's going to be distraction. So that's very, very important, right? So you want to make sure you're not in the proximity of any influences whatsoever that's going to be negative towards your negative towards you becoming an entrepreneur or you getting on to your entrepreneurial journey and what have you, right? Another thing is you want to clean up digital environment. You know, you want to unfollow content that promotes comparisons, follow business, growth and discipline content. So those things are very important. Definitely you want to unfollow content that promotes a comparison, right? So like I said, you want to follow business, growth and discipline content. That's going to definitely help you because once you start to listen and looking at content like that, that's going to help you form your mindset, change your mindset. That's going to help you grow your mindset. That's going to help you turn into that person that you were looking to turn into. That's going to help you become disciplined, right? Turn off unnecessary notifications, notifications from Facebook, from Instagram, anything that's not going to be conducive to your growth as an entrepreneur. Turn off the unnecessary notifications, right? Because those is nothing but distractions because they're not notifying you of anything that's going to help you as an entrepreneur, right? Now, it's good if it's notification that's far as you becoming an entrepreneur, help you grow as an entrepreneur, help you with your ideas and what have you, right? So that's very important. Organize your files and business tools, right? You definitely want to organize your files, your business tool. You want to set up, you might want to get you a planner. You might want to get you some folders, label your stuff so you can have everything in order. Because I can tell you like this, I can organize, but my wife, she can organize to the T. This is one of her strong suits is definitely preparing, organizing files, folders. My wife on a daily basis, she run through so many planners because I don't know too many people who actually use their planners, right? But she actually used the planners that she had. She write down her daily things that she need to get done, her goals, what she need to achieve that day and what have you. So that's very important. When you have a planner, you organize your files, you got business tools, you will know where everything is. You won't be looking and scrambling and not knowing where something is that you can get right to it, right? You know where everything is, right? So that's very, very important. Another thing is you want to create only social accounts if needed. Create business only social accounts if needed. So that's very important. Have your business account so people know that you are very serious. People will take you serious, right? So, and the thing about this is your phone is either your biggest distraction or your biggest asset. So, like I said, these are smartphones, but they only smart depending on what you put inside these phones. So if you are filling your algorithm up with nothing but distraction, that's what you're going to get. But if you are filling your algorithm up with business, things that's long of entrepreneurship, being an entrepreneur, building your ideas and building a strong foundation as an entrepreneur, anything that's going to be geared towards what you're trying to do to help you grow, this can either be your biggest distraction or your biggest asset. So these phones is only smart of depending on what you put inside these phones, right? So that's very, very important to understand that. And another thing is control your time environment. So it's very important, wake up early, schedule focus, work blocks. That's very important. Reduce idle time, because time is everything, as we only get 24 hours in a day and no time is to be wasted. So you don't want to have a lot of idle time to where you could have did something towards you helping you become a strong entrepreneur, be learning how to be an entrepreneur. Anything that's going to help you. You don't want to have a lot of idle time. You want to use that time to your betterment and what have you, right? Replace binge watching with skill building. So, a lot of times, we like to sit around, watch Netflix, catch up on our shows, If you got YouTube TV, if you like to watch 90 Day Fiance, different little shows like that, Hunger Games, whatever you watch. You have people like to binge watch, but you want to replace that with skill building, because this is important time. I know some of y'all probably like, man, you don't want us to do nothing. You don't want to have no entertainment, no fun, no nothing. No, I'm not saying that, but this is important because this is the time where you trying to shape and mold your mindset. You trying to replace your old mindset with a new one. So you got to be mindful of what you put inside your mind, because you trying to change your mind. Because once you are practicing good habits, that's going to become consistent, right? But if you constantly have one foot in and one foot out, and you still want to dip into your old mindset versus you trying to form your new mindset, that's not going to work. You got to pick one or the other. Now, once you get your mindset molded and you disciplined enough and you consistent, yeah, you can, on your downtime, have a little entertainment here and there, but you are disciplined now. That's not going to distract you. That's not going to hinder you. But this is the important time where, just like a child, right? When a child is born, when a child begins to learn, it's important what goes into their mind, because education start where at home first. It's up to the parents to put what the child needs within their mind. So, not saying you're a child, but you starting at a beginning phase like a newborn when it comes to entrepreneurship. So it's important what you put in your mindset as you becoming into an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? So that's very, very important, right? Playing your week, you can plan your week, starting on Sunday. Some people do it Sunday morning, Sunday evening, Sunday night, whatever you do, it'd be the best time be Sunday to start your planning, because it's going to help you start your week off strong. The stronger you start off your week, the better you're going to finish it, right? You don't want to start your week off behind, because you're going to spend the whole week trying to catch up. And it's going to be a lot of important things that you probably should have got done that is not going to get done. So plan your week out, have some things written down that you want to do for the week, things you want to accomplish, things you want to achieve. Very important. So if you don't control your time, it will control you, basically. So that is the point. If you don't control your time, it will control you. So you don't want time to control you. You want to be able to be in control of your time, your own time, and what have you, right? Another thing is prepare your emotional environment. Let me say that again. Prepare your emotional environment is very important, right? So build discipline before motivation. That's very important, because you can be motivated all you want, but if you're not disciplined, you're going to fall back into the same habits. So build your discipline. The more disciplined you become, it's gonna definitely help you stay motivated, right? You don't want motivation without discipline. It's just motivation, because that means what happened when you become unmotivated? You're gonna go fall right back in the same trap. So when you become disciplined, it don't matter. We human. We all become unmotivated sometimes, depending on the situation. Might be going through a rough time, trials and tribulation, what have you. But you're gonna always remain discipline. You're not going to fall back to the old habits, the old mindset and what have you, right? Another thing is accept that loneliness may come. Yes, because as an entrepreneur, right, you may lose some friends. You might lose a relationship, because you at the beginning stage, you're trying to build a business. So it's the sacrifices that you're going to make. It's a lot of times you're going to miss out hanging with your friends. Maybe times you're going to miss out spending quality time. But at the same time, right, this is the time that you need to be able to build your business. This is the time that you need to be able to take yourself to the next level, right? And you got to understand it. You got to accept loneliness. It may come, right? Because a lot of people don't understand the life of an entrepreneur. A lot of people don't understand what it takes to build a business, right? So if you have friends or you with somebody that don't understand that, then the possibility is you might lose them, right? Develop stress outlets. And this is, like I said, entrepreneurship isn't for the weak, right? it's going to be stressful times. Like I said before, it's going to be times you feel like you want to give up, times you're going to be unmotivated. It's going to be times where you're going to be questioning yourself, right? So anytime you feel like you stress and you are becoming stressed and what have you, you got gym. You can get you a gym membership. Go to the gym. You know, some people use that when they become stressed, relieve stress and what have you. Go to the gym. Some people use meditation. Some people use prayer. Some people, you know, may do things that's going to help them reduce stress, whatever that is to you. Anytime you feel that come along, because you don't want to burn yourself out, right? So if you feel like you're about to burn out and you stress and you feel like stress is coming on, do some of these things. Or you can do you can meditate, pray, gym, you know what I'm saying? You go for walks, you do something, find a hobby that you can do for a day or two, then you can get right back to work and on your business and what have you, right? Another thing is skill-based environment, right? You know, take online courses that's are legit. You have a lot of courses out here that's not legit. You got courses out here, just basic information that they selling you that you can Google yourself, but courses that's going to actually teach you something, courses that's going to actually help you, courses you can actually benefit from, right? So that's very important. Study your industry daily. That's very important because you want to see what's missing within that industry, because if you're doing the exact same thing within that industry, you're not going to get a lot of people that wants your service. So you want to make sure you find out what's missing, what's the demand within that industry, that you can create things that you can make differently, right? That can help the people, right? So that's very important to understand that, man. You want to definitely understand your competitors. You want to understand what they do, how they do things and what have you, so you can be able to do them different, so you can capitalize on the things that they are not doing, right? So that's very, very important. Study your industry daily. Watch interviews of successful founders. That's very, you know, you can do that possibly can help you. Practice speaking, selling, and creating daily. So that's very important. So the point of that is your skill level must match your ambition. Let me say that again. Your skill level must match your ambition, right? So that's basically all the things you want to do, you know. Another thing is prepare financially, right? You know, you want to cut unnecessary expenses, build at least a small saving cushion, track spending, separate personal and business money early, and learn basic financial literacy. Entrepreneurship exposes financial habits fast. So you definitely, that's one of the big portions financially. You want to make sure you have something because it's going to take some spending for products, equipment, things, whatever you're doing is going to take some capital to be able to attain that. But other than that, guys, man, like I said, I don't want to hold y'all too long on this topic, but yeah, make sure you preparing yourself, preparing your environment for your journey as an entrepreneur. So the thing of this is to learn from ask yourself, is your home aligned with your goals? Is your circle aligned with your growth? Is your schedule aligned with your dream? Or are you trying to build success in an environment built for comfort? So you want to ask yourself these questions. But other than that, guys, man, I don't want to hold y'all too long. I think my phone is about to die. I should have charged this phone up, but it's about to die. I think I got 5% on it. But yes, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Entrepreneur Conversation, subscribe to it, hit the notification bell, and also invest. It's free to invest and hitting that like button, guys. But other than that, man, make sure y'all go over to investbrand.com too and sign up on our email list. Spin the wheel, get your discount, and once the site is launched, and you will be able to use that discount that they gave you on your entire order. But other than that, guys, man, I see y'all when I see y'all. Yep.